Good morning and welcome. I'm Pam Musser, and today is day 7 out of the 40 days that I will be reading 1 Corinthians 13, which is all about love. It's about what it is and what it is not. It speaks clearly to me about how I should think, act, and behave. There are absolutely no blurred lines in this description. Let me ask you something. Do you have a friend that you can talk to about everything? I mean, you can go to them morning, noon, or night and talk to them about every single sordid, juicy detail about what happened, or your heartbreak, or what about all of your dreams? Or what about things that you hate or people that you hate? I mean, it's real. It's an emotion. It's, anyway. How do you talk to God? Are you vague, or are you detailed, or do you talk to him at all? It's okay. It's just okay. And I have a true confession, and it is about 1 Corinthians 13. And do not judge me. And do not think this. I am so surprised. She's been a Jesus follower for so long, and she's just getting this? That's not nice at all. Anyway, I just realized not too long ago that this 1 Corinthians 13 is God telling me how much he loves me. Isn't that funny? I realized that God is actually saying to me, Pam, hey, this is how I look at you. This is how I love you. It's like, I never give up on you, Pam. God doesn't fly off the handle when I talk to him about every one of those sordid, juicy details. Any of the dark details, he does not fly off the handle. He doesn't keep score. He loves it when I tell him the truth. How about, he sees only the best in me. And that's a key word, only. He sees only the best in me. He doesn't keep score of the million times I've screwed up and done the same thing over and over and over again. And that's the truth. I love that. Today, as I read 1 Corinthians 13, I decided to put Christ in the place of love. It's a little awkward, but let's go for it. If I speak with human eloquence and angelic ecstasy, but don't have Christ, I'm nothing but the creaking of a rusty gate. If I speak God's word with power, revealing all his mysteries and making plain as day, and if I have faith that says to a mountain, jump, and it jumps, but I don't have Christ, I'm nothing. If I give everything I own to the poor and even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't have Christ, I've got nowhere. So no matter what I say, what I believe, and what I do, I am bankrupt without Christ. Christ never gives up on us. Christ cares for us more than he cares for himself. Christ doesn't want what it doesn't have. Christ doesn't strut. Christ doesn't have a swelled head. Christ doesn't force himself on others. Christ isn't always me first. Christ doesn't fly off the handle, so why wouldn't I talk to him? Christ doesn't keep score of my sins. Christ doesn't revel when I come to him groveling. Christ takes pleasure in the flowering of truth. He loves it when I go unplugged. He loves it when I'm unfiltered. Christ puts up with anything. Christ trusts God always. Christ always looks for the very best in me, in you, in everyone. No matter what they've done, Christ never looks back, but keeps going to the end. Christ never dies. Inspired speech will be over someday. Praying in tongues will end. Understanding will reach its limit. We know only a portion of the truth, and what we say about God is always incomplete. But when the complete arrives, our incompletes will be canceled. When I was an infant at my mother's breast, I gurgled and cooed like any infant. When I grew up, I left those, excuse me, those infant ways for good. We don't yet see things clearly. We're squinting in a fog, peering through a mist, but it won't be long before the weather clears and the sun shines bright. We'll see it all then, see it all as clearly as God sees us, knowing him directly just as he knows us. But for right now, until that completeness, we have 3 things to do to lead us toward that consummation. Trust steadily in God, hope unswervingly like Christ, love extravagantly like Christ loves us, and the best of the 3 is Christ. Thank you for joining in, and I hope between this message and tomorrow morning, you might have an unfiltered conversation with God. Just try it out. It might just set you free. God bless. Have an awesome day. Have fun, and peace be with you, right? Take care.